cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. I'm your host, K Money, and in the building with me, my co-host, Freddie G, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. And you can find us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And if you're on YouTube, please don't forget to like and or subscribe. Welcome, fellas, to another episode of True Tuesday. Man, I thought today, man, we discuss something that's I have mixed feelings on, which is the death penalty. How you guys feel about the death penalty? Are you guys in favor of it or not? I myself personally, like I said, I have mixed feelings. Depending on the crime committed, and 9 times out of 10, that person being executed, in my opinion, I feel would have had to have killed someone.
Of course.
A serial bank robber or something like that.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't say a serial bank robber.
Yeah.
Unless he's killed multiple people.
Like I said, it would only have to involve someone being killed, in my opinion. If
a life for a life.
Right. That's just it, an eye for an eye.
Yeah.
But other than that, the type of way people are executed, it has been a long time debate. And just last week, Alabama became the first state to perform an execution using nitrogen gas.
Wow.
Can you imagine? That's
nitrogen?
Yeah. Nitrogen gas.
So they're going to take the oxygen out of you.
Yeah. And from what I understand, what allowed this to pass was, they said that this was going to be a quick procedure.
Yeah.
A quick and painless procedure. And this took 22 minutes.
Wow.
And during this 22 minutes from, I was watching the news, and the
chaplain.
It wasn't a chaplain. It was someone for the guy. And the guy that was executed, his name was Kenneth Smith.
Oh, the guy with the beard.
Yeah, his
religious advisor.
Religious advisor. He witnessed this execution, so he was basically saying, how the guy was convulsing, like having seizure-like spasms, for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a long time.
That's a long time, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just imagine seeing a body just shaking on a damn gurney.
For that long period of time.
Yeah, so again, you got to ask yourself.
How long did it take for him to die?
22 minutes.
Yeah. 22 minminutes?
Yeah, so 2 of those 22 minutes.
But see, that's not humane at all. That's golly.
Would you consider that torture?
It is. Even with I don't know if you've seen the new form of Ohio's method of execution. The one that twists your head off. I've seen the videos of that. I think we've seen the videos. The one that actually takes your head off.
Is this something that's actually going on right now?
It's supposed to run 2025, if I'm not mistaken, in Ohio.
So you said, what does this thing do again?
So you're placed in a chair. You could go view this video. Go look it up. Ohio's new execution method. You can Google it like that. And you're placed in a chair. And I'm not sure if they inject you with something to put you to sleep first.
Yeah.
I would hope they would.
Yeah.
Because now a machine comes over the top of you, comes on down, and then it twists and pulls your head off, like sort of like not the guillotine method, which would have been better.
So it twists your head.
Yes, the machine. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like that's torture to me, because even before your execution, just say they don't put you to sleep, and you're sitting in the chair, and all you hear is in the back of you is zzz, 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 zzz.
Yeah.
You gonna have you'll have a heart attack just hearing that, because you already know what's gonna happen next.
Right.
So that's torture to me. That's torture. I don't know.
That's crazy. That's definitely torture. I think so too. You know does anybody have to be done like that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I would think that they would give you some type of anesthesia though if they about to snatch your head off.
They would have to, man. Put you to sleep first.
What happened to the lethal injection? No, everybody just, from what I hear, just take one breath.
But what's gonna happen with my services afterwards? My burial. I get a proper burial after you done took my head off.
I mean, but
How
you
does
don't
that
really
work?
hear about prisoners once they get executed.
They don't have burials.
I'm not saying that they don't, but you don't really hear about it. I mean, did they
He's
go?
talking about the head. What they gonna do with his head?
What are y'all doing?
He talking about the head. I just what about my head? That's what he's asking.
Yeah,
You gonna have to put a turtleneck over there.
man. I mean, that's pretty serious, man.
You took my
How
head.
does my family deal with this?
I mean,
And then what if you know how they always have people viewing when they have the
let's
execution?
not forget now. If you getting executed, you done some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
But no, who wants to view? You know they always have the people in the box, the DA.
That's
and
what I'm saying. That's what I was speaking on
man,
earlier.
you don't have to take my head off, bro.
Yeah, that's be
Just-
traumatizing
you
for
feel me?
whoever
Yeah.
viewed that.
Yeah.
I think that, man, like with the first guy you mentioned, K Money, the nitrogen gas.
Yes.
I think that's torture because I look at that as a form of suffocation because it's taking the oxygen from your body.
Yeah, it's definitely
And
suffocating.
anybody that's ever tried to hold their breath for a certain amount of period of time,
Yeah,
and then you know, was able
Realize,
to breathe, it's
yeah.
like, man.
yeah,
happy.
So I think suffocation
Yeah.
is a horrible death.
it is.
Yeah, it mad. Yeah,
And as far as getting your head snatched off, I think that's more gruesome.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
definitely.
I don't think it's as painful as it would be to suffocate. Because if you got your head snatched off, you ain't feeling nothing. It's gone.
It's gone.
yeah. But I don't.
I still don't want to hear this.
I don't want my head to be removed from my body.
You want your head?
You don't have to do all that to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you
They
did.
got man, shoot me, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
fire
saying?
squad,
Come on, man.
I feel like folks should be executed the way that they perform their crime.
Yeah.
You know, however they killed their victims.
So people get burned. They
if
burn people.
if you the eye for an eye, that's truly an eye for an eye.
Well,
don't
now
you
you
think?
got a point. I mean, now what if execution was that? What do you
Well,
think?
you know, back in the day, man, they had all types of executions. You know, you had stoning.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was
That
you
was
had
right.
hanging.
Yeah.
We know all too well about the hanging. You ain't got to do nothing wrong to get home.
Yeah.
You can get that. You can get that today.
Yeah, So hanging. You
download.
had the guillotine.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was the one. Yeah.
You had the guillotine
Yeah.
and firing squad.
Firing
That's,
squad.
see, now
Yeah.
put me in front of that.
Oh, you wouldn't mind being?
Man, don't take
No,
my
if
head
you a
off,
bad
man.
aim, hit me in my shoulder, and I know some
It
more
don't
coming.
matter.
No,
It don't matter where they hit
That'd
you.
probably be painful think
Because-
about it.
yeah.
Man,
'Cause
I'd rather
you
take
got
that
you got to
go.
get the one that's gonna kill
you. And
so
if-
all of the ones that's hitting
Hitting
you
you,
but ain't killing you,
they hurt.
yeah, you gonna be in a little pain.
Man.
Cause everybody gonna be in the leg, shoulder. You might get one shot, but them other 17 leg, shoulder, leg,
Unless the
elbow,
first shot,
knee,
unless the first
Well,
shot is the one that kills
kill
you.
you. Exactly.
That's what I would hope for. That's why I'm going out
Wow,
there.
I don't
hope
want the
you
vibes,
put
but
your-
give me the guillotine. I don't see
Man,
it coming, and put me
Go
to sleep.
get
before.
your sniper, your baddest man. That's a sniper. That's that fire, and put me in front of him, man. I don't got time for all that
And
stuff.
think about this too. Think about now. You said the nitrogen it deprives you of oxygen, right, K-Money?
Yes.
So
it eventually takes you out.
so what happens with like poisonous gas, like the gas chamber?
The gas chamber.
Now remember when we were in
the
boot camp?
military, yeah.
Now that wasn't poisonous gas, but y'all know, man, that gas
That
chamber
gas
was
was-
Yeah, had they
real.
not opened it up
You
for
ain't
us,
lying.
I mean, that would have pretty much. That's like taking our oxygen away, you know, and
Yeah, that
suffocating.
gas
us.
chamber
That,
was
yeah,
real.
that was the strongest I ever been. I
Yeah.
never forget that. I came out. They said you were knocking everybody because they had one little bowl you could throw up in. So they said you was knocking. You took that bowl to yourself, and I was little. So yeah, that gas chamber wasn't no joke.
yeah.
Hey, there are 5 methods of execution in the United States. I didn't even realize there was more than 2 after.
It's 5.
Well, they
Yeah,
got
5
the
methods.
injection
Lethal injection,
Yeah.
which I knew of. Oh,
Yeah.
and electrocution.
and electrocution,
forgot
right?
I forgot about electrocution.
yeah,
Right.
But they also have
Ooh, no,
lethal
good.
gas.
That's what we just talked about.
That's
Lethal
the
gas,
lethal
which is
gas.
one that I
Yeah.
guess they just incorporated, and then
Mm-hmm.
hanging. I don't know what state is hanging. I'll have to
Ooh.
look up into that.
Somebody hanging.
Yeah, and you mentioned firing squad, Freddie G. So that's I guess that's still going on. But
Probably
yeah, it's
Russia or
5.
something.
Now
This
that
gotta be
electric
OC.
chair hurt
Yeah, I'm
because
pretty
you're gonna
sure.
be shitting and vomiting on yourself.
Oh, for real? On an electric chair?
Yeah,
Man.
well, I mean that's electricity, man. Right?
I remember
And
about
it's
the
burning you?
I remember the little kid that they electrocuted and they couldn't fit the.
Yeah,
you remember
we
that?
did a story on that
Yeah.
on one of our early episodes. His
Mm-hmm.
name was Steenley. His Steenley Jr.
Uh-huh.
Last name Steenley.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, Texas. When you mentioned, death row or being executed, Texas is usually the first state that people would start talking about.
Yeah.
But now that Alabama has,
Upgraded.
well,
so to
yeah,
speak.
utilize this way of execute. Again, they've reignited the talk on whether or not this is actually even humane or not, and
Yeah.
we've been talking about different ways, but Freddie G, you mentioned fire squad, so you don't think that that's not humane? Out of the 5 that I mentioned,
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go over the 5 again.
okay, lethal injection, which is, I guess, sticking an
Yeah,
IV in your
it's-
arm.
It's like 3 different chemicals.
Okay.
There's 3 different chemicals. One is, I don't know the exact name, but one is to relax you, then the other one, then the poison or whatever. The final one is the third one, but it's like 3 different chemicals.
But see, that's less humane because
So,
you go to sleep
lethal
first.
lethal injection is one.
Lethal injection, hanging,
Hanging. Ugh.
Lethal gas,
lethal gas,
electric chair.
electric chair,
And then firing squad.
firing squad.
Oh man, and I got to pick.
Well, I'm just
Ooh, man, I got
I'm-
a
All of them are okay. Okay, so
I'm telling you.
let me
what
say
I
this,
mean.
man. I get the eye for an eye. I understand that. Man, I just think that all of them are actually inhumane.
Do you feel that if somebody is on death row, they should be able to choose the way that they go out of the 5? I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that either. But you got to ask yourself, if you're on death row, you probably killed somebody, and did those people have the choice to choose how they die?
Well, and that's like
Right.
I was saying earlier. I feel like they need to go
Yeah.
however
Well,
they kill
Yeah.
their victims.
I don't know. I don't know what's worse though. Think about it. You in jail, incarcerated, and if I'm not mistaken, death row inmates they're not in gen pop. They're not in general population, right? If you're in the cell forever and ever and ever, and nobody to really talk to for years and years, commissary running out. I don't know what's worse, being in jail forever or just go on, give me this execution, get it over with. Because you're not going nowhere. So, man, I don't know what's worse, honestly.
What's worse is they keep you in there so long, then they do it.
I mean, it all depends on if you're able to adjust to that
Being
prison
alone.
life.
I mean, think about it. Being alone, not talking to anybody, man, except for when they give you a food tray.
I would say this, man. Man, you got to probably have to get over the mental hurdles and accept the fact that you're gonna die, and that alone would be scary as hell.
That's what I'm saying.
That'll be scary as hell. You know that okay, I'm facing death penalty, and I'm gonna die.
Man, I go crazy.
Say that one more time, Freddie G. I'm sorry.
Just the mental hurdles
The mental hurdles.
of
Yeah.
accepting the fact that you know what, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to die.
Well, you know what?
And that's torture. You sitting there with that years over your head
Over your head.
until the
let me
day
show you
comes.
something. But look, we face that every day in
Stepping
our
out.
own personal lives.
Yeah, true. And true.
Yeah,
Do we not?
That's true.
But
I'm gonna die.
well,
Yeah, but we know it ain't gonna be by electric chair firing squad.
It's a slight
But
difference.
it may be sooner than you think.
Well,
right.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. With that, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're right. I do
Right.
get that.
Yeah, yeah.
But here's what makes it not so bad, because you don't have a date. You don't know that date.
Right.
When,
see that.
when you're facing a death
Death
penalty,
penalty.
You have a date.
you have a date,
I can
and
see
you
that.
and
You
you
ain't
know
lying.
that date is
It's
coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
And
the
and
closer
just,
it gets.
yeah,
Yeah. The
Yeah.
date right now, you don't know.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
mess me up.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
if they tell you March 2025, you know.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah.
I get that too. You know.
Yeah.
Just imagine though, having that date, and you know it's approaching, and you finally get that phone call that they say
Yeah.
It's time.
that stops it actually.
Oh, yeah.
you
Oh.
know,
Oh,
That puts
yeah.
a hold to the government.
and you get a reprieve, I guess is what it's called. You know,
Yeah.
just that
Give me that.
that sense of relief though, man.
Shit,
you know,
yeah.
because you know you pretty much have given up on life.
Yeah, man.
And,
But you-
and you
No,
get this.
sometimes if I had to guess, I think sometimes those inmates, they really truly put it in God's hands, and believe it or not, I believe a lot of them actually come to a peace.
They
That,
do.
you know what? I did what I did. I'm gonna repent for what I did, and God, I'm in your hands.
Yeah.
And okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, I had
think
it, yeah.
that those.
Man, that's the only way you're gonna be able to make it through.
Make it through, yeah. I've seen a couple of videos, a lot of videos of that, but I've seen a few where they didn't care. They took it. I got more. And you taking me, you'll never know.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
it-
You remember that Ice Cube album? The guy in the last words.
Yeah.
I got some last words.
Yeah, that was a
Fuck
bad
all
album.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
That was a bad one.
We were talking about the firing squad earlier, and I was really surprised to hear that that's something that's actually still going on, especially here in the United States. And I'm looking now, and I see it. You know, I'm reading something that says, you know, Idaho lawmakers recently passed a bill to join Mississippi, Utah, and Oklahoma, as well as South Carolina, in authorizing firing squads.
What?
So those, yeah. I really, I would have assumed, you know, one of them most of them Confederate states, you know, would have been utilizing. Well, I guess they're hanging in the Confederate states.
Yeah.
Isn't
I would
Mississippi
assume.
one of them?
Mississippi
It's
is
a
one of the
Confederate
Confederate. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I'm saying I would have assumed there would have been more Mississippi and South Carolina. I would think.
Carolina,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would have presumed there would have been a lot more of those Confederate states.
Yeah.
But
I like how you die, boy. That's what it sound like to me. Them Confederate states. That's what it sound like for real.
yeah, but in my opinion, man, theoretically, I don't think any of the methods that are used to execute anyone are ethical and or humane. But I guess, you know, if you do something that's horrific to where folks have to consider taking your life, then you know that does say a lot about you and the person that you were in society. You know, and if it's gotten to the point to where people like that need to be removed, you know, a decision has to be made on how to remove them. So, you know, out of the ways that's being done, you know, if I had to choose, man, I would probably do the lethal injection if I had that option. You know, that's just me.
Now you know that lethal injection too, it takes sometimes a long time for those people to die, and they suffer too. That's why they were trying to. That's why they were trying to take it off the table, because they were saying that the lethal injection is inhumane.
Like I say, all of them
I thought
humane.
they would sleep first. I thought that first injection, you say relax, but it's not. It's the.
No,
I thought it was
some
sleep.
of them was it was like
'Cause-
some torture.
I did not know that because I know some. Everybody say all they do is take one big breath and then that's it. The ones that I've seen, just one, they would go one inhale, one exhale, and that's it. I hadn't heard anything inhumane about it. And other than I watched a movie where with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, they switched.
That's that Hollywood shit right there.
Yeah, but other than I hadn't heard any stories. But you might be right. I don't.
So Slash said he would
firing
choose firing
squad.
squad. Freddie G, you said was you still with his thought. Comedian 96. How about yourself?
Can we come back tomorrow and tune in for
You know
another
what?
episode?
You know what, man?
I said lethal injection.
You know what, man? I'll probably choose the lethal injection.
Yeah, I'll take the lethal injection because
Yeah, I'll probably take
I'll
the
chance
lethal
it and
injection.
take the lethal injection. Because ain't nobody twisting my head off with the Ohio app thing. I just no.
Yeah, because I'm saying you don't have to take the people's head off, man. That's
Slash. How many people you want shooting at you?
as many as you need. I can't. Hey, if I'm up against the wall or wherever you got me, I can't call no shots.
You just go accept the shot.
I say right.
All the shots you got, give them to me. I guess.
Missile? You want a missile too?
Yeah, hey man, give me your shot, man. Your best shot. Though. That first one, man. Give me.
You ain't gonna know it's coming because you're gonna be blindfolded.
That's
They
what I'm
usually
saying.
blindfolded.
You know what I'm saying? I know once they walk me out there, I know it's about to happen. I just don't know when. But by the time I hear the first pop, that's it.
You don't want that cigarette?
Blindfold. I don't even want. What's the purpose of blindfold?
Now I'm gonna need a black and mild.
You don't want a black?
Yeah, jazz. Before they a little longer than them cigarettes.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, you give me a little more time.
What's your last meal,
Oh, steak and potatoes.
Freddie G?
I don't think I'd be hungry, man.
I said the
I don't
same
think I'd be
thing.
hungry.
I
So
just
You can't eat that shit, man.
no.
Hey, man,
You know
I
what?
can eat, bro.
I order a whole bunch of shit just to be hateful, and I would
Yeah,
eat none of
that's
it.
actually been done.
What?
Somebody, it was a prisoner.
For
Within the
real?
last 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna say the last 10 years, ordered a whole bunch of shit, and if I'm not, he gave it to the guards though. He didn't even want it once
I'll
they
be
ordered
like,
it.
I want flying geese from New Zealand.
Oh, this-
I want baked potatoes from the Idaho country.
All right,
of,
Comedian 96. I
Okay.
want to thank y'all for joining us on another episode of True Tuesday. Join us next week for another hot episode. Peace out. This concludes another True Tuesday episode, and be sure you tune in tomorrow for Women Wednesday with Freddie G. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all you YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And to all my 52 Scott faithfuls, it may be new to you, but if you heard it here, then you know it's true.
Like it's cold.